And what is up, guys? Welcome back to Acceleracers Hub for another video. Hopefully you guys are all having an awesome week so far. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed that subreddit recap that I posted on Monday. I wasn't really sure if that would be a super popular video, but the feedback that I was getting in the comments was pretty good. It seems like you guys liked it a lot. Like I said in that video, I know a lot of you guys already know everything that goes on in the subreddit, but there's a lot of nonsense posts that pop up in the subreddit, you know, probably 2 or 3 a day that you're just like, why is that even, who even thought that was a good idea to post that, you know? But it's pretty cool to see the best, 20 or 30 posts from the last 40 or 50 days every now and then. So that was kind of my goal with that, but I'm glad it worked out well. I'm glad a lot of you guys enjoyed that video. Probably will make it a feature on the channel from here on out, maybe a monthly or bi-monthly subreddit review. But for today's video, guys, I was doing some thinking the other day. I was looking through some eBay sold listings like I do. It's probably one of my biggest hobbies, honestly, is looking through the sold Acceleracers listings. I really need to get more hobbies, don't I? But anyways, I was looking through all the sold listings, seeing some of the crazy prices for, DLX hyperpods, carded Acceleracers, just about everything these days is pretty much through the roof. I saw that one sweeper got relisted, and it really got me thinking, how much would it cost in today's market on eBay to buy a complete set of all the Acceleracers 2005 items, including the 36 carded cars, the hyperpods, the sweeper, the Acceladrome track set, Swamp Beast track set, so on and so forth. How much would it cost to get a full set now versus back in 2005 when they were on shelves? And guys, that reminds me, before we go any further in this video, speaking of Acceleracers on shelves in 2005, a petition was shared with me recently by Ryan, who, as I say a lot of times, is an absolute wealth of knowledge on Acceleracers. I pretty much go to him whenever I have any questions concerning the Acceleracers line. But this is a petition to Mattel to bring back Hot Wheels Acceleracers in some form or fashion. And I know that when people say petitions in the Acceleracers community, everybody kind of rolls their eyes and go, oh, here we go again. Because everybody knows for the last 15 years, it's been nothing but petitions. Once a month, somebody says, I'm going to make a petition. This has never been done before. I'm going to make a petition. We're going to petition Mattel and we're going to get Acceleracers back. And, they all just kind of fall apart after getting 100 signatures, 200 signatures. It never really gets any traction. But at this point in the Acceleracers game, with the hype around Hot Wheels Unleashed, the eBay prices hitting an absolute peak. The subreddit topped 8,000 members a few weeks ago. I would definitely agree that right now the demand is at an absolute all-time high for Acceleracers and, a return of Acceleracers. And I feel sure that Mattel is keeping up with the prices on eBay. I'm sure they see the absolute loads of cash that are being thrown into the Acceleracers market daily. So Ryan has put together a beautifully written petition to bring back Acceleracers. And I trust Ryan's judgment implicitly. He's never led us wrong before, guys. And I really don't think that he would throw his support behind something like a petition unless he thought there was a very realistic chance of something coming of it. So I signed it. I need all of you guys to go and sign this petition. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So here is the petition that Ryan made to bring back Hot Wheels Acceleracers. There are already 337 signatures. We're only about 7% of where we want to be. And just to read the top paragraph, it says, fans, if you're ever going to sign one petition to bring it all back, this is the one. Demand is higher than ever and Mattel has taken notice. We have leverage. Please do your part and sign the petition. And there actually is a lot more to this petition. I'm not going to read through the whole thing because it is a little bit long, but it is an absolutely fantastic read. It was very, very well written. Feel free to go take a look at it and read through it. So if you guys want to see Acceleracers back in some form or fashion, go sign this petition. All you need is your name and your email address. Let's see if we can make this happen, guys. 335, 340 signatures. That is just not good enough. We need to get that sucker up over 1,000, 2,000 signatures. So go sign it. Get your parents to sign it. Get your friends to sign it. We all want to see Acceleracers back. So of course, I'm going to leave the link to the petition down in the pinned comment and in the description of the video. Go smash that sign button, please, guys. But now getting back on track for this video today, guys, I was really curious to know the value of Acceleracers back in 2005 versus today, seeing just sort of what the actual percent increase is, because everybody knows they've gone up exponentially in value over the last couple of years. So I was kind of trying to do some light Google searching, see if I could come up with any sort of price points at retail for back in the day on Acceleracers, and I wasn't really able to find anything, but I did stumble across an old Reddit post from Crimson Glasser, who was a pretty prominent figure in the community a couple of years ago. I really haven't seen any posts from him recently. I hope he's doing all right. I haven't heard from him in a while. But in this post, he had gone back and done some searching on the prices of Acceleracers for retail back in 2005. And he actually made a little list for us. So that's what I'm going to be going by in this video for the 2005 price points. And it is a little bit difficult because different stores probably charge different amounts for different Acceleracers items. And of course, over the 2005 period when they were on shelves, there was a certain point where people started marking them down, selling them for real cheap, trying to get rid of some of them. Card game starter sets, booster packs, from what I understand, were some of the worst sellers. So those got marked down quickly. And just depending on which store you were shopping at, the prices could have varied a little bit. So this is just a rough estimate based on Crimson Glasser's Reddit post. So these were the prices that he was able to come up with. As you can see, right at the top, prices back in 2005, mainline / second gen Acceleracers cars were $299. The regular HyperPods were $9.99. The DLX HyperPods were $15. He said crazy, which is kind of crazy to think that you could get those giant motorized HyperPods for only 15 bucks. And then he has the Swamp Beast track set at $24.99 and the Acceladrome playset at $60. That is a crazy increase from the Swamp Beast to the Acceladrome. I'm actually stunned that it was that expensive. I don't remember it being that expensive. But and then the Drone Sweeper at $24.99. But those are just the rough prices that he found. He did a lot of Google searching, and he posted this about a year ago. So that's still, about 14, 15 years after these were on shelves. So it's possible some of the data is a little bit off. Like for some reason, I could swear that the 36 cars were like $199 on shelves in Walmart, or maybe it was Toys R Us. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm sure everybody has seen them at slightly different prices over time. So just going off of those numbers, and we're going to exclude the variations here in this exercise, if you will, because like for example, the HyperPods, there are 3 different smaller HyperPods, but there is a total of 6 different ones, I guess you could say, because there's the 6 different cars. You can get the 3 Acceleracers cars, or you can get the 3, the 2 Acceleron ones and the droned whipped creamer. But for all intents and purposes, there's only 3 different HyperPods, so we're not going to, charge based on a CM5 Iridium and a CM6 Iridium. We're just going to do the overall exercise. So based on that, it would cost $108 total to collect all 36 Acceleracers cars, assuming you can find them on shelves. And I know some people were able to find them all on shelves. So $108 for all of the 36 Acceleracers cars, and then another $30 for the 3 small HyperPods, $45 for the 3 DLX HyperPods, $25 for the Swamp Beast track set, $60 for the Acceladrome track set, $25 for this Drone Sweeper, and then for the 31 Gen 2 Acceleracers cars, it would be another $93. So the grand total to get a full Gen 1, Gen 2 set, plus all the HyperPods and the track sets, would be $386 in 2005. Still a pretty penny, but man, guys, $386. Today, that probably wouldn't even be able to buy a chicane on eBay. Absolutely unreal. And I know there were other Acceleracers items floating around. I didn't include the movies in this, or like the vertical stunt track set. I have no idea what that retailed for back in the day, but just for these core base items, it would be $386. So now let's fast forward to today, based on today's eBay market, and I've got my little cheat sheet here that I'm going to be reading off of for these values. But keep in mind, these are all rough values, because every time I post a video involving prices, people lose their minds, because some people say I'm massively overinflating the prices, and other people say I'm massively underrating the prices. I try to aim right for the middle. If a chicane sells for $500 on eBay, which the last 4 chicanes have all sold for 500 plus, but people will still freak out if I say chicane's worth $500. So we're going to try to err a little bit on the conservative side with these prices. So today, for a full set of all 36 cars, I'm just going to assume it would be right at $2,000, just based on chicane, Spectite, and reverb alone would probably put you at $1,000. Let's just be honest. Like I said, last 4 chicanes, all 500 plus. The last couple Spectites have been 500 plus. Reverb the other day sold instantly for 300 plus. So we're just going to say $1,000 for those 3, and then for the other 33, it would probably run you about another $1,000, if not more. So we're going to say $2,000 for all 36 Acceleracers cars. And then for the 3 regular HyperPods, for the ones that don't have the exclusive cars, you can typically find those for like 40 to 50 bucks. I know the ones with the Acceleron cars sell a little bit more, $75 to $100 range. But we're just going to say 50 bucks a piece, so $150 for those 3 HyperPods. Then the DLX HyperPods, this one is kind of a toughie. I really don't know what these sell for new in box. It's just not something that I've kept up with over the last couple years. And I know there's like a Caterpillar crawler listed for like $550 new in box. Surely it can't be worth that much. So for these, I'm just gonna put a little asterisk up there. I don't truly know what these are worth new in box, so I just assigned them a value of 150 bucks a piece, because I have a feeling if they were listed for 150 bucks new in box on eBay, I think they would sell pretty quickly. So we're gonna say $450 for those 3 DLX HyperPods. Then the Swamp Beast track set, once again, something that I really don't know a ton about the value of, new in box. So I'm just gonna say $150, because I think there's one listed for like $400 on eBay. We're just gonna say $150 for that. The Acceladrome track set actually hasn't really gone up that much in value. If it sold at 60 back in the day, you can still find those on eBay for about $100 if you're finding one new in box. You just have to be patient. But moving on to the Drone Sweeper, once again, kind of tough to gauge the value on. I know looking at the sold listings I've got up on my computer right now, One sold for $185, and then one recently sold for like $250 on bidding. We're just gonna say 180 bucks for it, new in box. And then the Gen 2 cars, guys, these, once again, all over the place in value. They don't really pop up all that often anymore, at least some of the rare ones, you know, the Carbide, Power Rage, Spec-Tite, Acceleracers RD08. It's funny, the Acceleracers RD08 actually pops up more frequently than you'd think. Probably more so than some of the other less rare ones. But for a full set of these guys, honestly, the value now is probably pushing over $2,000 or close to $2,000. Just based on, you know, $200 for the Cosmic Chrome Spec-Tite. I think a strip metal Power Rage sold for like $300 a couple weeks ago. But we're just gonna assign a value of $1,500 to a full set of Gen 2 cars, which I think is a pretty fair, reasonable mark. So by adding all of those together, guys, the total to get all of those items that in 2005 were $386, the grand total would be $4,530. So from $386 to $4,530, what an increase. And just for reference, that is almost 12 times the value over a grand total of what, like 16, 17 years since Acceleracers was on shelves. So if you would have bought a bunch of these full sets of items back in 2005, they would have gone up. I think the exact number was like 11.73 times the value. So 11 times your money. Gosh, if only we had a time machine, guys, to go back in the day and grab them. So I just wanted to do this exercise for you guys on camera. I figured you guys would kind of enjoy seeing some of the numbers behind it. But, and it also is pretty eye-opening that it would have costed $386 back in 2005, because even $386, that's a lot to get a full set of toys back in the day. I can definitely understand why some parents felt that the toys were too expensive, you know. That's a lot, I mean, honestly. And obviously, you know, today they're collectibles, so people go crazy on them and nobody has any issues throwing down $200 or $300 on them. But anyways, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Shout out again to Crimson Glasser for doing some of that Reddit research, because like I said, I had absolutely zero luck trying to find some retail prices. And if any of those retail prices are wrong, feel free to correct me down in the comments. Like I said, I was just doing my best estimation. I'm sure they're not all 100% accurate. But like I said, that's going to do it for this video, guys. We have the Hot Wheels Unleashed tournament coming on Friday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to tune in. We're going to see who's walking away with $20 and that first place trophy. So we will not have a regularly scheduled upload on Friday. We're just going to be streaming the tournament that night, and that is sort of going to take over the daily upload. So the next regular video won't come until Monday. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. Be sure to go sign that petition that Ryan made. I'm going to leave the link down in the pinned comment, and I'll see you guys on Friday in the live stream.